Good morning, Mrs. Murder here. This morning we're reviewing The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye, and you'll enjoy it. If you're reading the series, the Millennium series of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, this is book number 5. One more book, and that's all I have. I did read that there was going to be another book put out, but I'm not sure about that. We take off with Liz Salander in prison. She was imprisoned because in the last book, which we reviewed, she saved an 8-year-old autistic boy who couldn't speak, saw his father murdered, saw his father's murderer who came into the bedroom and tried to kill him too, and they are now trying to eliminate any evidence of who had done the murdering. So they're trying to kill him, and she saves him, but in saving him, of course, she kidnaps him, so she has to be put in jail for kidnapping. Initially, the first prison she was put in, she had a lot of freedom, but then they transferred her to a high security prison where she had a lot of guards, but she had a lot of hardened criminals in there too. So they really knew the system. They knew how to get weapons if they wanted them. It's not a safe place to be. And of course, she, as always, finds someone that she's trying to protect from a brutal woman in there, and it carries on. She meets with. I didn't tell you, but the beginnings of each of these books has a list of the characters with a short paragraph blurb telling you who they are, reminding you who they are. So if they're referred to, you will know. And you'll know who Homer Palmgren is. He was her most confidential friend who was also her attorney. And he goes into the prison and she says, I want to get all the information I can on the registry, which is where she was taken as a child when her mother had to be institutionalized you'll remember all that. I'm not going into all that, but there's just so much absolutely horrific about this, that her whole life. But so we have to get her out of prison, and getting her out of prison and trying to find out about her past and trying to find out about her sister Camilla, who has his gangs trying to kill her. And it's, boy, I tell you, I don't know, it's fascinating, and I keep reading it, but on the other hand, now that I've gotten to the 6th book, I've already started it. It's very interesting, and she's not in jail, and things will resolve a few things, even though it does say that, well, I don't know how this is going to develop. Of course, I haven't read the book. So let's see, next week should be a whole lot more fun. We'll finish off the Marie Salander, the Liz Salander. We'll finish off The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and we'll move on to another series. Maybe we'll do something that's not, no, I'm Mrs. Murder. It has to be a murder. It'll be a murder. So we'll have a murder mystery again, and what'll happen, and I'll try to get farther away from Stephen King. I mean, there are good murder mysteries and I used to, as I said before, only used to read female sleuths because they're not quite as, generally, not quite as threatening, but this is a female who solves mysteries and everything too, and she's always trying to protect people, and she's trying to find out about her past and and get her own peace of mind. And it's got plenty of Stephen King moments, I would say. So that's my review for this one, for this week, for last week actually. I'm already working on one for this week, so stay with me. And check in again if you want to hear more about Liz Salander, if you want to hear more about The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And this book tells us why she has a dragon tattoo. You want me to read it to you? Well, Never mind. I'd have to look through the book to find it. But you find out why she has a dragon tattoo and the significance of it in her life. So I thought that was really interesting. Talk to you later. Bye.